It was a very wonderful session. Today, we got excellent feedback from the students. So today, faculty members are attending. So sir has got a wide experience and he has worked in government for last 20-25 years. So he's the right person to talk about design thinking. So I was specifically requested to address HODs and deans.
Not address, we will know each other.
Okay.
So tell me, he introduced me, so I have no voice. He is mechanical engineering.
Yes, sir.
I've seen the website. Before going, I see the website, see the location, learn about the college. That's what I do. I was also part of an engineering college. I was executive director in one of the engineering colleges in Kerala. When there was a principal selection, I was the committee. So I went and selected somebody who was an ISRO man, because I am from ISRO. So whoever it is, like to be in some chair. But then he said he needs 6 months. ISRO, even after retirement, we can work. Even if my wife is a director in ISRO, I know even if she retires 60 years, she will get another 4 years service. All chairmen are also like that. After retirement also, they will get a seat in the headquarters. Because their experience have to be shared to the next generation. Right? So I selected somebody who was an ex. So he was the principal. So what do? He said 6 months after that only I can join. Appointment order is given. So we have to find somebody else. So the management said, now you have to manage because you only put him inside. So I became executive director, ran the college. 6 months after joining, guided him how to run a college because he has got only industry experience, right? I was there in many engineering colleges, part of AICT. You remember, I don't know whether you remember, there was a BTech plus MBA combined. Started by AICT, but then no takers. Actually, that was my idea. I wanted electronics with BTech so that electronics industry, entrepreneurship should become part of BTech. That was the idea. But only few colleges took it. So you could tell me your introduction.
I am DrTPS Winston, Dean Research as well as HOD of EEE department.
EEE.
I am doing research.
Generally, EEE people call it as electrical. I keep saying you should tell electrical, electronics. I am a signal processing. I must have taught a lot of electronics people on signal processing. Signal processing leads to image processing. So I am an image processing man. So I have to learn signal processing first.
Here our faculty member is also doing research in image processing from EZ and...
I 20 years images like this for me. You do all image processing.
For solar PV also, thermal images, sometimes we need to do some analysis.
Even mechanics, fluid mechanics is full of fluid flow, is like a light flow. Boundary conditions are there in images as well as in fluid flow. So I found a lot of similarity between, because I am a fluid mechanics man, converted into image processing. So I found equations are same. Flux is same flux, light flux or no heat flux. Continuity equation, everything can be derived. There are a lot of books also. Many people don't know that. If you read parallelly, you look same equations. So you are controlling the research here. I found some girl who was civil engineering, she is doing PhD, civil engineering department.
Faculty.
Yeah, faculty.
Nearly 50 to 60% of faculty members, they have completed PhD.
Civil engineering also, I do a lot of work. I mean the mapping. What is your background?
Electrical
and electronic. And PhD in?
PhD in energy conservation and currently doing research in solar photovoltaics.
Okay. Mechanical engineering also have got lots of many things. Mine was in porous media. When the energy flows, how do you make energy out of it? Heaters and all can be used. Earlier, traditionally, the water was flowing through the porous. The porous get heated first and the water also get heated. So water heater was used by, that was my PhD.
I am concentrating on machines. Induction as well as DC machines.
I am Dr. Sarama Kumar, head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. My area of interest is composite materials.
Mechanical is one where you can move into material science. From material science, my son is a material science masters from Imperial College, London. That's where Madame Curie, Marie Curie and all studied. Now he is a nuclear scientist in Oak Ridge Labs in America. That's the Department of Atomic Energy of America. So from mechanical, material science to nuclear physics. Because he did a project what generally I joined in an engineering college as a professor without a department. Because they don't know where to put. I teach electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil, everywhere I teach. And basically maths, physics, communication skill, everything I taught. So he also joined same day, my son. What I used to do is every holiday I send him to some industry. Even Saturday, Sunday, he has to go to an industry, write down all what is happening there and come back. So he went to because of my contact with the people, I could send him to, even when he comes to hometown, I will tell him there is a cattle feed making company. I will say, go and see what is your mechanical engineering, because everywhere mechanical engineering is there, right? And get a report and ask him how to improve that. Write a report and give it to them. That's the assignment given. So he went on doing it many places. So I feel all engineers should go and spend their time in industries. That should be a norm, not at the project level at the end. And his project, the end, also he did in 3 places. One in, that is to test what is his interest. He went to HL and BHL. Another one in ISRO. And third one was nuclear fuel complex. So 3 different jobs. So he found nuclear fuel is my interest. That's how he jumped into that. So your interest should be identified by going to plants. I also go to many industries and learn. I did a special program on manufacturing technologies. World class manufacturing. IP, Institution of Public Enterprises, I did a program, 1 month program. So that time we went to all the CNC missions, everything I went and saw. All that was operated by us. Mechanical engineering, there are a lot of scope. I think Tamil Nadu is one place where mechanical engineering, I don't know whether you know, National Innovation Foundation. You get a lot of projects. There are 2 things. One is foundation. That is started by Mashelkar. Do you know Mashelkar? CSIR. He was the DG for CSIR, Director General for CSIR. National Innovation Foundation. In government it is called the National Innovation Council. Actually he started both because government policy can change. Therefore he thought I will do a parallel. Even if government changes, I will continue the job. Cob Web Network. Actually in Tamil Nadu, lot of people have shown mixie on cycle where electricity is not there. You take that onto some place, cycle it, mixie will work. So morning take a round. Everybody cannot afford mixie, right? So same mixie machine working with the cycle pedaling. So many such missions are there from Tamil Nadu. They are all funded by National Innovation Foundation. You can do it, submit to them, get the money reimbursement. There are a lot of TED lecture is also there. Even Discovery Channel has documented most of their activities. Washing machine, cycle. Because everything is spinning only, no? One and the same. So I think students should be asked to look at it and ask them to make some projects. It will be thrilling. When your polymer is closed, right? We could have an exhibition of students' activities like that. Fund them a little bit or ask them to ask for funding. It will be a great thing.
Sir, I am Dr. Suresh Babu, Dean Academics of our institution, and I am Professor of GC Department.
Electronics.
Electronics Department. My interested PhD area is wireless communication.
Okay. I keep saying earlier wherever wire was there, they made it wireless. Earlier wherever wireless was there, they made it Ethernet. That's wire. So what is advancement? Replacing wire without wire. Wherever wire is not there. Earlier satellite communication. From telephone exchange it goes to INSAT, from there it goes, right? Now the delay is not there because all Ethernet. And to exchange, we don't require it goes wireless. Our telephone is wireless, right?
Dr. Lakshmi,
Civil engineer.
my research domain is plastic waste management.
Okay.
And the students are specially trained in building information modeling tools. And a lot of research work based on the material concepts.
Okay.
Basically.
Yesterday I was telling how I made a building out of waste. In my house, my compound walls are all with the plastic bottles.
Here also we have one building, sir.
Yeah.
Here also.
Polymer they have constructed.
I was telling you must make a waiting shed outside so that everybody knows that you have a building like that. And plastic bottle is used for lighting.
Yes.
Beautiful lights comes in the daylight. Night also you can actually use the solar, and the reflection through the water in the bottle gives a beautiful light. Lot of TED lectures. Lighting, I
So
think
we can recycle the
Philippines.
plastic.
Philippines is the country which implemented villages without electricity. Lightings are done through water bottles.
In bituminous pavement also we could recycle.
Yeah,
Plastic
Kerala it's a
bottles.
big problem. We have all the roads. One of the biggest complaint, roads are bad. So the other day I was in one of the engineering colleges. I have done on research to find out why roads are going bad. They had no answer. Actually, the reason is if you look at wherever lot of big trees were there, when they lay road, they don't dig and remove all the roots. After 10 years, the roots get drenched, so that portion will fall. So whatever you do on the top, if the root cause have to be removed, every problem, right? If the root cause is not removed, the road gets damaged. I keep observing at different places. Wherever the roads are damaged, you see both sides there will be big trees. They are live, no problem. If you have removed one tree, finished. And today, I think, yesterday while I was traveling, I have seen all the asphalt roads, the tar, now it's concretized. Huge expenditure. Not a small job, no? Huge expenditure. But you must study about how traditional India constructions has happened. Like temples. Our civil engineering technology, if you have to learn, you have to learn from temples. Environment science you have to learn, you must learn from.
Yes, sir. So building water for
Actually, I am a Sthavati. Sthavatya Vedam is how construction has to be done in temple, not in isolation with houses. They had both relation. Temple and houses, how energy can be conserved. My book is there on seedling. My book is called Seedling, SEEDLING. I speak about the energy conservation in construction and how does it influence living beings, even plantations. What plant is to be, civil engineering is also plantations. Vapi Kupa Tatakani Devatane Nanicha Anna Pradana Mudyanam Purtamitya Vidiyade. What is to be planted to help people in environment science? Civil engineering is only giving inputs to environment science. So what is to be constructed? Where to go to Surga, what you should do is, how many ponds you have to put? Vapi, Kupam. Vapi is well, Kupam is lake, Tadagam is big lake. Devatane Nanicha, Annapradana Mudyanam. Don't plant trees which are only looking good. Useless. You should have flowering. No flowers, no. Most of your trees in the campus. If it is flowering, it would have been beautiful, no? Not even flowering. Annapradana Mudyanam. At least leave some 1 acre civil engineering project. 1 acre, do plants which will attract all the animals and bees and squirrels in the world.
Okay, we'll take.
You understood? It becomes a model garden. I have got 26 variety of hibiscus in my house. And you are from Tamil Nadu, where the mother of flowers were there. Who is the mother of flowers?
Lotus.
No. A politician turned into a spiritual man, settled in Tamil Nadu from Bengal.
Swami Aurobindo.
Aurobindo, good boy. His mother was called the mother of flowers because she had 126 variety of hibiscus in her house. And her therapy is called flower therapy. And she is the one who made Pondicherry, today's Pondicherry. I am going next week. 2 weeks after that I am in Pondicherry. So civil engineering has got lot of things in planning a village. That's what is generally called. Right. I do topography. All the maps. I must have made maximum number of maps in India. I can challenge. Nobody would have made maps better than me. All Sri Lanka I made. I was spying on other countries was my job. So Sri Lanka I did. Afghanistan I did. Pakistan I did. All the border areas I did. I'm recording. And I'll post it. I did mapping. Stereography. My subject is photogrammetry. Using aircraft, take pictures. Then satellite, take pictures. First one to make a satellite stereo photogrammetry was mine. My wife is one of the greatest photogrammers in the world. ISPRs, satellite photogrammetry and remote sensing. She was there in Germany. All the maps making in India was taught by Netherlands people. They came to survey of India and taught how to make maps. And I was their student. I came to Anna University to learn. That time we never had permission to get foreigners in my office because we were little restricted. So what I did was I got them in Anna University. I travelled from Hyderabad, stayed there. Jacobsen is still there, Netherlands. Jacobsen. Spelling is J but pronounced as Jacobsen. And his guru was Konecny. They are all civil engineering stalwarts. Konecny taught all the survey of India. And his student, Konecny also taught me. His student Jacobsen taught me remote sensing and mapping. Stereo photogrammetry mapping and all. I can tell map number also with by heart whole India. That's how I, not even India, Pakistan also.
Nowadays, drone surveying, that is what greatly adapted.
Hey.
Making also.
Yeah, any GPS methods are all same. Basic remains same, right? Good.
Today your session was very nice.
You were there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am in to see people, that's my problem. Sometimes I get into a trance when I teach.
Along with talent,
Even if you sit in front of me for 4 hours, I may not even remember it sometimes. Unless you respond and disturb me.
I'm Meenakshi, from the Department of Computer Science. My area of research is on machine learning algorithms and big data analytics.
I taught a lot of machine learning programs. JNTU was one center where I taught machine learning. All your gadgets, all stereo vision related to programs. We do a lot of mapping using machine learning because we wanted to see, for example, take the picture of this room and then identify people. All your scanning mechanisms, all these are part of an application of machine learning. Embedded system also is there, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You work with the machine learning with embedded system, there are a lot of applications. Right? Signature. Machine learning needs a lot of signatures. Signatures can be embedded so it becomes faster. Yeah, sorry.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Pratika from the Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Okay.
My research work is image processing.
I did, when you have two pictures, image matching was a problem. If I match, when I am seeing you with the two eyes, I am able to three dimension. So both image has to be matched. And the projected portion is what is height for civil engineering. So that I did in civil engineering applications. From two satellite take picture. But wherever mountain is there, you see only one portion. From the other side you see other. Matching is not possible. So actually matching gives you height, mismatch gives you height. So it's a paradox. So we have to solve it. That was my job. So I did Vaiga River. The dam is there, no?
Yes, sir.
They're all things what I modeled. First what we do is, those days drones were not there. So we make people to climb or make somebody to make a model on the ground, take a picture, look at whether the same thing or not, take a small camera, look at it, go and take a picture there whether it is matching. I did the Chennai railway station. So many samples I took because that time Anna University was my center. So I used to tell them. That's called close range photogrammetry. Again, civil engineering applications. I don't distinguish different departments. That's why I know most of the things. Because in space department, everybody works together. Good.
I'm Vagai Malar, head of the Department of Information Technology, sir. And my research
Vagai?
Vagai Malar.
Vagai Malar.
Victory.
Okay.
Sir. My area of interest is...
Vagai means victory, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Also, we have a flower with the name of Vagi flower.
That I know, that's what. Vagai river is also there. Vagai. Is it not that Vagai? No.
Not that Vagai, sir. Vagai Malar.
That is also there, flowers also.
Okay.
And my area of interest is image fusion, sir.
Image
I
fusion.
worked in multifocus image fusion, and now I am working for multimodal images for identifying the concealed weapons, sir.
Okay.
So that is
Good. I processed the first Rajiv Gandhi's assassination images. We identified that culprit who bombed, right? That was done not by me. We had a few people. One was Bhaskar and Vijendran. The team was image processing team, where I was. My appointment was as an image processing scientist in space department. Then from image processing, I started digital stereo image processing, converted into mapping. That's what I did. Yeah. It's a good job.
I'm Dr. Maheshwari from Mathematics Department.
My department. I'm a mathematician. Basically, I'm a mathematician.
My research is graph theory.
Graph theory, wonderful. I did in degree theory. In graph theory, you have distances. You can define differential equation in pure mathematics. That's called degree theory. India's one of the best graph theory man is Manoj Changad. He is from Trivandrum. He is my classmate. And my senior who taught me complex analysis during MSc is a graph theory man. Ambatta Vijay Kumar, Cochin University. They all do a lot of conferences. Manoj gets a lot of conferences from abroad. He has authored 2-3 books on degree theory. I think graph theory. Nobody has done in India 3 books on graph theory. Manoj Changad, C. Manoj, Dr. C. Manoj. And his department is called Department of Future Studies. Predictive analysis. Graph theory can do a lot of predictions in economics. The basic application is that. How the trend of things can be predicted by graph theory. There is a great graph theory rule. I can connect to anybody in the world with the 6 nodes. 6 nodes. If I know 6 people, I can connect even. You want to connect to the greatest person in the world? Identify 6 nodes. 6th person will be that person. Even President of America, you want to talk to him? 6 people. With the 6th one will be before 6th itself you can do it. So there are a lot of mathematics has got a lot of applications in life science, relate to life. So many people think graph theory is not it's a pure mathematics, right? Simmons has written a beautiful article. Pure mathematics is useless. Read that. Then you will see nothing called pure mathematics. Everything is useful mathematics only.
Applied.
And there is nothing called applied and pure. You tell me which mathematics is not used. I will tell you. Recently somebody asked me to teach measure theory after long years. I said, you take the book and then start reading. I opened the Gmeet and started teaching. This is measure theory. Yeah, I think this is measure theory. She was a statistics student. So I asked her, have you studied measure theory? No. I said, have you not studied the measure of central tendency? That is measure theory. See, you study in different compartments, you don't know the link. You link them, they understand, oh, this is measure theory.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Sundar Rajan. I'm from English department.
Good.
I did my research on Indian writing and English.
Who is the Indian best writer for you?
So everyone in their aspect.
You read my poetry at least once. I write a lot of poems. One is Life of Love, one is Rhythm of Life, and you should talk to mathematics teachers.
Okay.
I keep saying mathematics teachers are good English teachers. Today I mentioned, right? After my BSc I taught English, Run and Martin grammar book. That time I used to tell all the tenses. I take, I am taking, I have taken, I have been taking, I took, I was taking, I had taken, I had been taking, I shall take, shall be taking, I shall have taken, like that 12 tenses I will tell. Grammar has to be learned like this. And that small difference between I take, I am taking is mathematics. Because it's a time scale. Correct or not? And you tell me any word in English, I will tell you where mathematics is. That's my challenge. Any word in English, I will find mathematics inside. Because both are languages. Mathematics is the language of science and English is the language of
Communication.
communication, but he is a literature of creativity, Saundarya Shastra, philosophy. So you should shake hand each other, communicate each other, both will grow. I am a blend of both. I translated Macbeth when I was a BSc student, first year student. I was learning Shakespeare, but I was sitting with the translated version in hand. So wherever the teacher makes mistake, it's a small mistake. They're all my good friends because my brother was a professor there. So all the teachers are my brother's friends. So we meet every day, discuss. I loved English so much. I by hearted most of the chapters before going to class. Wordsworth and all, no? When I was teaching, I was acting in the class. I said English classroom has to be an acting classroom, especially literature. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary Highland lass, singing and reaping by herself. You should act it, make people to act. And then take a comparison between that to the poet which has written Malayalam songs or maybe Tamil songs, and then take them. Nothing great, concept is same. Good, nice. One of the biggest problem with engineering college students, the communication skill is too bad in South. They are good in North. Tamil is exception. Tamil is good, I was telling. Tamil teachers are good in English. But Kerala and all is one of the biggest problem. And communication is not using words. Apt words. I was giving an example of antonym and synonym for slim and how do you derive it? It's logical derivation. So that logic is understood. So one of the website, I don't know, you may know this, wordhippo.com. Hippo means tilted, right? Dancing. Right? So word you should tilt it to know the meaning. Beautiful. I have not seen such a website. See, for example, when I was traveling, my student will say, oh, this is court complex. Then I ask, what is court? What is court? Court complex means judges, right? But you have football court also. Food court is also there. So who is the judge there while eating? Tongue and tummy is fighting. And your manas is the heart is the judge who will say whether to stop or eat. So there is a competition. Football also there is a referee, two sides, right? So the court word is very, very, but most of the people don't. This divergent thinking along with the language makes them perfect communicators. So it needs creativity. Every time creativity and communication goes together. Creativity and literature goes together. And one of the best English book which I wrote is The Air Within the Breath or something. Have you read that? A doctor's life story. Tamil Nadu man only. I'm not getting the author's name. I have the book. I had the book or I gifted to somebody else. And one of the best book. The Air Between Breath or something is the title. Send me a WhatsApp, I will send you the book. And beautiful. And there is an audio book. Recently I gave it to my brother to listen to that. Life story. He is a Tamil man but married to an English lady, I think. settled in America, and he was a surgeon, treated a lot of people, verge of his life, and was with full pain. And you can imagine somebody with pain in a railway station, rolling with pain, and that way a doctor, he treated a lot of people. Imagine. And then on the deathbed he wrote this book. Touching book. You need a lot of English language to express your... I write poems just like that. You must read Kalam, Jayalalitha. All these poetries after the death I wrote. Jayalalitha was a great reader. That's why people scared to talk to her on interviews. She knows where to cut people. I used to cross her house to go to my guest house. ISRO guest house was close to her house. And I used her for some... I wanted to transport the boat race in Kerala. 184 feet. I took from Kerala to Hyderabad. So it has to cross 3 states. Who will permit was the question. Jayalalitha was the chief minister. I don't know her directly. But I used some politicians in Kerala to speak to her. Once she speaks, every chief minister will agree. That was her power. Any South India, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Jayalalitha speaks, permission is given. So somebody told her like this. So I have to influence her. I don't know her. So graph theory principle. I used to somebody else told this. So Jayalalitha helped me. I was the coordinator for the transporting the boat race. First man to take boat race out of Kerala was me. 2003. Jayalalitha, great reader. Not many people think that she has more saris. No, more than saris, she had books. I don't know whether Shashikala keeps them or thrown it already. May not be.
Gandhi control of examination of this institution and belonged to polymer technology.
But why did you close?
It's good. Everyone knows about the importance of polymer.
ISRO require lot of polymer. Everything is polymer. Nah? Thermocol is polymer. Start from thermocol. Without thermocol, nothing. No. Polymer is...
The students' point of view, they don't know about it. Everyone is...
See, that is because your projects are not going to that extent where they get a job. If 20 people get job, I am sure next it will be full. Polymer, there is lot of scope. Lot of universities are...
7th semester, they are getting placements, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't get the awareness. They are thinking about only the plastic carry bag is the plastics. Their knowledge is that everyday life they are using. But they don't know about the engineering application of the plastics.
No, ISRO uses most of the polymer science applications are in most of the rocketry, lightweight material. I keep saying, if you don't know thermocol is, yeah, automobile, everywhere. But we are not going to industry level, that's a problem. Industry has to come now.
I am Shyam Kumar Rajara, belong to the biotechnology department. My area of interest is microbiology, particularly lichens. So exploration of microorganisms for commercial products like antibiotics and pharmacologically important products.
I learned pharmacology because I am an MS in psychotherapy. We have to learn pharmacology. And Vimta Labs, Shanta Biotech, Bharat Biotech, all these places I go. Because our Veda has got a lot of knowledge about traditional. Yena chakshushana pashyanti, yena chakshunshi pashyadi. What makes your eye to see something is not the cell within your eyes. There is a consciousness inside the eye. The cell is not different from here and here. This cell is able to process listening. This cell is able to see. What is that ability which it gives to behave like that? That doesn't come in this material knowledge. That material knowledge added to the spiritual knowledge gives the completion of life. So, there are a lot of references in our traditional knowledge. I think Ramana Maharshi will know better microbiology. Because he keep writing lot of things. Like we can question all the meditation practices the world is doing. Ramana Maharshi said breathing practice and all is useless. But originally people don't even understand that. You have a confusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone say breathing is important.
Yeah. Actually that is because you are reading only one line. Second line you should read, then you know actually that is being told as the content is not important. Context is important. Literature people will tell you that. Correct? Prana Bandhanat. Ramana Maharshi, DrTPS. You can see I am teaching Ramana Maharshi's literature and good students from abroad. Prana Bandhanat liyate mana. If you do breathing practice, your mind can be controlled. Wonderful, no? Next line. Jala pakshivat dina rodana. It's like putting a bird in a nest. The time it is open, it will fly. The time you stop breathing practice, again it will have problem. What is the purpose wasting time? That's what he means. Right? So all the modern practices is contradictory. That is because we only know the consciousness is not understood. The man who learned consciousness is those people. I read a lot of Ramana Maharshi. I am from a Himalayan tradition meditation. Swami Rama, Living with Himalayan Masters. His book is Living with Himalayan Masters. They teach only silence, not violence. The yoga is violence, physical violence. All this, in my poetry book, Rhythm of Life, I was sitting in my home, 200-year-old newspaper was showing a beautiful yoga. What is that? In a row, you have to stand and then put legs like this. Actually, such a discipline you are consciously doing, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it meditation consciously doing or getting into unconscious state? Tell me, in meditation, can you have a discipline? No, you cannot. You cannot have fullness. What you need is emptiness. But you have, what is it? Joyful fullness course. That itself is boring. Do you know who is practiced these yoga practices in... I am in the United Nations Yoga Community Advisory Board. But there also I'll scold the people. What you are doing is wrong. You are marketing too much. You cannot teach meditation. I am from a Himalayan tradition meditation master. With his name only I became advisor. Because there are 3 people from India who transported yoga to America. One is Swami Bhuva. You must not have even known. He is the man who can play conch 20 minutes without a break. That is his breathing power. Another one is Swami Rama. You have to see one movie. Chepakwe. The movie name is Chepakwe, America. I see a lot of movies. I make movies. Last COVID time I did 2 short movies. I am the man who started movies in Oman. Amitabh Bachchan came along with me. Good enough, no? Amitabh Bachchan, Rasul Pukutti, Major Ravi. Who is the other man? The son of... Okay. All great stalwarts. Movie is a great thing. Chepakwe is a beautiful movie which says how India took the system to America, how people got a conflict in their mind and then they started seeing a lot of bad dreams in their life. That's a beautiful psychology. So, biotechnology, micro is 10 power minus 6 biology for me.
Yes, morning we had discussion on...
Yeah.
Yes.
And minus 10 power minus 9 technology is technology. So, in between is this consciousness. Life to lifeless. Samadhi is lifelessness. Conscious is not there. I am unconscious. So how can somebody say I meditated 10 minutes? Time is not there, right? Timeless only you should go. You told?
I am from the Department of Mechatronics Engineering.
Oh.
My research area is image processing.
Image processing, good. Anyway, I told what I have.
We have the SMC morning.
I did edge matching,
About the prototyping.
grey matching, all the time. Jane's book. Traditionally, There is a great man, Jain, who wrote first image processing book. He applied for space application center job, he didn't get. And he went abroad, and all the people in image processing in space applications and study his book. I gave as an example. If you are a bad student also, no problem. You can go abroad and write books. Jain, beautiful books, image processing. I all studied image processing from Jain's book only. That's like a Bible for image processing.
No more, sir. Chain is not there.
Who?
Chain.
No, he is no more.
No more.
Old, very good.
We are following Consalas.
Jain I know because know his life. I was in a space application center. I worked in space application center, Bangalore, Delhi, and Hyderabad. Based in Hyderabad originally. In between, I took a 2 years off. Went to academic staff college as director. Exact 20 years. I took my retirement because I get my pension. Then started roaming around like this. And with a lot of requests, Kamaraj College invited me. I scolded, bargained. Because I am coming to Madurai after 37 years. Right.
What is the difference that you find?
Oh, everything changed. I couldn't. I only saw the hotel where I stayed, Vijaya Hotel. So I took a picture and sent it to my wife. This is the hotel where we stayed. She was also with me that time. I think everything changed. Madurai Kamaraj University and all, we used to come by bus. Now the road itself cannot be identified. Anyway, everywhere things are same. Even if I go back to my village, 3 years I have not gone to my village now. If I go, it's everything changed. Because there is a big highway developed. I think two things changed life. Civil engineering. One is road construction became easier because they had good infrastructure, machinery. All because of electronics, machine making and all that. Mechanics, mechatronics and all that made change. Second one is, earlier people were staying either close to the river or where water is available on top. The borewell made people to get water everywhere. The transportation both by road and water. Vimana Shastra is some great thing which you have to learn. You have to see Vimana movie. If you have not seen. Engineering, pursue somebody. Vimana, there is a movie. Who invented aircraft? No Wright brothers, wrong brothers. It's invented by Dalpate. 1903, wrong brothers invented. Before 8 years, we have flown an aircraft in Chowpatty beach in Bombay. That was recorded. I'll tell you, there are a lot of money which you can get from government of India because of the present government. Anything you connect it to something related to tradition, they will flow money to you. Biotechnology, do it with biotechnology from Upanishads. And put some 2 slokas, I will tell you slokas. Understood? You put some mission and such things, designing, mechatronics was there. Go to Khajuraho, you will see backpack with rocket. Put some 2 pictures and then put some rocketry there. You will get a lot of money. Because so much of pouring money now for such projects. And I am sure every AICT is going to get a circular that you should have a Indian Knowledge System Department. IKS. So we had a meeting in Kerala, that's why it ended there. 2 days Kerala IKS meeting was for how to establish these, that is all done by Sangha Parivar. I am not a Sangha Parivar, I have no Jadi. I have no Jadi, I have no politics. But I go everywhere whoever calls me. So the meeting of 2 days was how to support this such departments in engineering. Suppose you start first, you become a nodal center for all this. At least put a board and start a department immediately with some inputs from somewhere and identify some old fellows come here and then give some few lectures and then advertise. You can drag money and the next FDP can be on that and call me for that. No, because I was doing it for last 20-30 years. Indian knowledge system is nothing new, but I love that Indian knowledge system in terms of environment, if you look at Vimana definition itself, you know, why everything is beautiful. Because everything is in slokas, easy to remember. Right? Indian, you can, if you want some help from which sloka, from which book and all, National Informatics Center, NIC website, Heritage. Every science, including material science, gold extraction, rock construction. See, Padmanabha Swami temple has got a big rock, but that is not rock from the field. It is manufactured rock. Kaduga Shakkara Yoga. Bell metal, all that big bell. How bell metal is to be manufactured. Beautiful books are there. And Nagarjuna's Resarnavakalpam, Resavarna Samuchayam, all these are chemistry books, which talks about how metallurgy has to be done and how industrial things have to be done. Arthashastram. Arthashastram describes from mining to product. What a beautiful. I took a lot of Arthashastram classes I was teaching in banks. I teach LIC, I teach bank. For them, I extract knowledge from this and then tell them. So there's a lot of knowledge. I think all of you together should plan a big project. Right? Contribute to that so that everybody will grow together. I connected to maximum number of departments, right? That's good. Good enough?
Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing your valuable knowledge with us.
We planned 15 minutes, it's 46 minutes, 50 seconds.
I think the last one.
They are waiting. These are the heads, they are the hearts. And 2H cannot be together. Nelson Mandela gave a beautiful statement. Head and heart cannot be together. They always conflict. Conflictology. Mahatma Gandhi is one of the best principles. Einstein to physics is conflictology to Mahatma Gandhi. They were the relation. Always he was conflicting, Mahatma Gandhi. If you want to do something new, you should conflict yourself. So kind of you. Nice of you. So you can always text me. My number is 944 74 37948. DrTPS. DR is DrTPS. Teachers, parents, students.
Oh.
I speak to all these three groups. Empower them, change their culture. That's what I'm doing. So anytime text me. You have recorded. You can take a picture so that I can post that along with it. Take a picture now.
We'll go to that side, huh?
Yeah, no problem. You can sit there. Yeah, that's also fine. Come on. I took it to record, but and send your picture. I will add somewhere. I do image. Done? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Send it to me. Okay? So with your permission, I will post this.